Hi again, my name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm finally caught up with all of my what sold videos. So this is a normal video for us to put out on Friday nights. This is for last week, Monday through Thursday, which will be the 1st through the 4th of January. And my sales have been pretty consistent until yesterday. Yesterday just seemed to take a drastic plummet. But, you can't always be on the highs of eBay. Eventually, you're going to have your slow days, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm still plodding along, trying to get 25 a day listed. I'm getting lots of stuff processed. I'm very happy with the process and how things are moving. But this is for the weekend. This weekend, I'm getting this cleaned off. It's bugging me. Just don't like the mess. So that's got to be dealt with. But otherwise, y'all, 4 platforms. I finally sold something on Etsy. It's been forever. I think I'm down to about 150 listings still active on there. I've let everything expire. I'm not renewing. I think I'll leave the ones that are there, and then maybe come towards 4th quarter, I'll recontemplate, but probably not. Probably won't. But I might consider going ahead and putting a bunch of my vintage high dollar stuff on Etsy. But that's, for now, it's not something I'm even going to contemplate. Right now, I'm focusing on listing on eBay. I've got tons of profit pile stuff that I really want to get processed. So that's been my challenge so far for this month, and I think I'm doing okay. It's slow though, y'all. The smalls don't seem to leave huge gaps when you've worked on them all day, because they're just small items. But I've been very happy with some of the dollar values of the comps are showing me for just all this small stuff that's been sitting around. So I'm happy that I made this decision to really focus on my profit piles here. Get this room under control. All right, let's get to it. Y'all, this is my best sell, I think, for that 4-day period, and it was on Mercari. I've only sold 3 things on Mercari, I think, at this point for the entire month. Very disappointing sales, but this was a good one. This is a 2 lot of Precious Moments, a giraffe and zebra, and it sold for $54. But it was my one and only sell. And then I had several on Poshmark. These are Levi's 514 jeans, sold for $15. Manhattan Toys Brown Deer, sold for $12. Rock 47 Wrangler flare leg jeans, sold for $18. Barrington Bear matte lovey. This is one of the larger loveys that go on the floor, sold for $36. Bean Sprout blue elephant plush, sold for $30. Very nice. And then my one sell on Etsy, Mary Meyer Flip Flops cow for $18.95. All right, eBay, lots of littles, and I'm good with lots of littles because it all adds up. This is a Russ Lovey's Chelsea the Chocolate Dog, sold for $8.83. If you're new to my channel, I do not do free shipping. So when I say it sold for $8.83, the buyer also paid additional for shipping. And if you're enjoying the content that we put out every week, please subscribe, thumbs up, make comments, send emojis. All of that just kind of helps us with the YouTube algorithm. All right. Funny, this guy bought 5 of my Hard Rock Cafe shirts while we were on vacation. He bought 2 more since then, and then he's bought 1 more. I think he's bought them all now. He paid $16 for each of them. I paid $1 at a yard sale, at a church sale for them. And he paid $32 for these 2 shirts. Otagiri hummingbird napkin holder sold for $15. Free Tech women's hooded jacket sold for $25.66. Okie dokie pink owl plush sold for $8.87. Lots of littles. Fruit of the Loom. I don't find vintage underwear in their packs very often at yard sales. I do remember picking these up. I want to say they were $1 or $2 per pack. These were from 2002 and they sold for $22.45. These were kangaroo and koala plush from Australian Gifts, sold for $18. Walmart. Love Walmart. This is a white rabbit plush. There's a whole series of these in different colors. I think I've got a pink one also listed. This one sold for $11.66. Hallmark. I love them, but most of them are bread and butter. This sold for $8.02. This person who bought this lion also bought the next one, which was a Barrington brown lion, and he paid $8.02 for it also. Fisher-Price Little People. This is one of the vintage, sold for $6.50. Bought a whole bunch of handkerchiefs at a yard sale. I want to say this past summer. Set a bunch of them aside. I picked out my favorites, made little small lots of 4. And then finally I decided one day I was tired of staring at them. They were in a pile underneath my table there. And I just made large lots. These were 14 of them. I used our little photo board here just to kind of stick them to it. I did take close-ups, but yeah, it's kind of not a great picture, to be honest. But yeah, I don't have a lot of space to lay stuff out. Sold for $20. I'm still very happy. Fisher-Price Geotrax. We tend to pick these up in large lots. I've made the decision I only want to pick up the larger pieces if I know they're going to fit in a large priority box. This one did. Sold for $10. Petloo. This is a pet plush. Every time I list pet plush, they sell very, very quickly. This was a sea turtle I picked up recently, and it sold for $13.45. Arby's adjustable hats. Robert picked these up somewhere. I think I still have a few I haven't listed under the table right here. But this one sold for $17.95. I also think we had some visors. I think we have some Chick-fil-A ones. Just, I guess somebody collected these hats and then Robert got them all at a yard sale. In a Pickle word game, it was still sealed, sold for $8.02. Jellycat. Most Jellycat are bread and butter, but there are exceptions. This was a cute little 8-inch gray penguin, sold for $25.16. For some reason, I find the smaller, like the 8-inch ones, sell for a whole lot more than some of the larger ones. Fisher-Price Little People, still selling them pretty consistently. This set sold for $7. I'm happy if I get like $3 each. I am going to try some larger lots and check, you know, if I list like 4 of them, maybe list them for like $14.95 and see what happens. March of Dimes Bear Plush. This was from the high bid estate sale we won almost 3 years ago. All of that stuff was stored together, so when I see a specific bin location, I always know that it was from that sale. That's why I always can remember, even though it was 3 years ago, yet something I just looked at yesterday, I might not remember where I got it from. But $10.45. Dickies men's jeans, $17.71. I'm going to be starting to get through a whole bunch of clothes here very soon. All right, these also were from that high bid estate sale. Like I said, a lot of it was advertising. Quite a few plush that were like for pharmaceutical reps. These two were, it was Inolette Rotoshield and Arthrotech. And this person paid $18 for the two of them. Russ Shining Star. I tend to pick these up. Most of them are bread and butter, but I just think they're adorable. They all have this little star, if you can see on his bottom paw. All of them have a star there. Sold for $10.49. This, Sherry, I forgot to write it on here, but I know this was a viewer sale, so thank you so much, Sherry. She bought these two items and the next one. She grabbed that Philosophical Sloth plush and the handmade cloth doll. Paid $44.90 for those two. And bought these Puppy Surprise puppies for $11.66. So thank you, Sherry. Sorry I forgot your name on here. Animal Adventure Green Bear sold for $10.49. Mary Meyer, this is actually, they're called Tippy Toes. They're little finger puppets, sold for $9. Sam the Fireman. I guess it was like a TV series. My boys were older by the time I remember seeing something about this. I picked these up at the bins. They sold these 5 figures for $10. Jellycat again. This is the brown reindeer, a little bit larger, sold for $11.66. Levi's 550 men's jeans. These are black, sold for $15. Polar Express white bear plush with the little jingle bell, sold for $22.45. I picked this up at, I think, my little favorite estate sale we went to. I probably paid maybe $2 or $3 for it. It was a Norelco wall mount hair dryer, kind of like the kind you find in hotels, sold for $20.17. Crown Crafts Christmas tapestry blanket. Don't think I'm going to pick these up very. They were long tail, and they do take a whole bunch of space that I could be using for plush. Sold for $19. MasterCard advertising lion plush. Thought it was absolutely adorable. Look, he's got the MasterCard logo on his chest. Sold for $15. Masters of the Universe. This is some of the accessories for Skeletor. Sold for $15. Quacker Factory. That is a brand that I tend to pick up, especially when it's in larger women's sizes. This was a size 1X. This sold very quickly for $22.21. This is from the estate sale that I picked up a whole bunch of Avon stuff. I've pretty much sold most of it at this point. This was one of the Snowcap Village light up fiber optic decorations. Took a best offer of $34 for it. Embrace Gorilla plush with the banana from 1989 sold for $15.25. He was just a little small 6-inch plush. Tie. Y'all, I pick it up. I like some of the tie classics. This was Walnut the Bear, sold for $10.49. There's probably not many beanies that I would consider picking up though. Sad Sam dog plush in his cute little tuxedo, sold for $10.86. I love selling my plush. $10, $10, $10. And then we've got an $8, but nevertheless, this is Walmart. Happy Easter, just a cute bunny rabbit, sold for $8.06. Love Bunch by Acme. This is from 1991. I picked up. I didn't pick this up. Robert picked this up one time when he was coming back from Missouri, and he went ahead and stopped at the bins for me. He picked up several of these and I think another color. But this one sold for $25. Baby bottles, baby doll bottles. I pick up most as long as they're in really good condition. This one actually was embossed at the bottom. Thumbelina, which is by Mattel from 1997. There's several versions of that doll, but it was marked 1997, and it sold for $13.45. Ertl Blinky Bill Koala Bear from 1995 sold for $17.95. Now this, I remember going to an estate sale where everything was free. So we went and picked up it was mostly like vintage household type stuff, kitchen stuff. But we picked this up and it finally sold for $10.86. It's this rattan drink coaster set inside of a basket. That sounds like a phone dropping. Uncle Milton Alien Plush. 5 inches tall, sold for $13.45. Pillow Fort, which I know I've seen it at Target. I'm not sure if it's Target exclusive, but usually it's a plush that's holding a blanket. This one was a scuba diver and it sold for $16.16. Gray Schnauzer Dog Plush from A&A sold for $20.20. Barrington Santa Claus plush doll sold for $15. That was a very quick sell. I listed it in December and I sold it the first week in January. Petting Zoo. I tend to pick this brand up a lot. It's mostly bread and butter for me, but I like the quality of the plush, and a lot of times it's just, you know, sea creatures and farm animals and just very cute items. This manta ray sold for $9.40. Gund Pink Elephant Lovey sold for $11.61. Lego Star Wars incomplete set, but it was from the, I guess it's Chimera. I don't know. My older boys liked Star Wars. RJ likes Star Wars and some of the Marvel stuff. I don't think they ever really got into that series. I do see that there's a few Star Wars booklets back there. It was just a hodgepodge of Legos that we picked up. Sold for best offer of $40. I took all of the minifigs out, so I even state that in there. There are no minifigures. I don't want any somebody saying, where are the minifigures? The Jetsons Nurser baby bottles. I picked up, I want to say 6 or 8 of these at a going out of business sale. I paid $1 each. They've been very, very slow. It's taken a while and I still have several. This one though sold for $13.41. Like I said, no big dollar sales, but a lot of little sales, and this is what pays our bills. This is a Black & Decker quick and easy food processor. This was the cover that went over the chute. Sold for $13.45. All right. Very good start to the year, I think. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Again, it's the time of year where, yeah, your sales are going to start going down a little bit, but you got to think of the end game. Fourth quarter for me was amazing, so that's where my thoughts are still going to be. Got to make enough to pay the bills during the month, but what I'm doing is I'm going to be building up my store, building up my inventory for fourth quarter again, and hopefully it'll be even better because this year I'll have even more stuff listed. All right, y'all, it's time to get to work. Bye.